Spain are flying high, but could be in trouble for the semi-final. They have undoubtedly produced one of the finest performances of their lives in their quarter-final match against Germany, but that has led to problems for them. Known for their ruthless attack, they are missing key players and are now heading to the semi-finals against France, who are also noticeably missing an X-factor. Despite having Kylian Mbappé, Antoine Griezmann and Ousmane Dembele, France seem to lack ideas on how to use their attackers, but they have a resolute defense. So this is a battle of ideologies, Spain's attack versus France's defense. Who will prevail? Spain can be a troublesome team to deal with, and their performance against Germany showed exactly that. After an interesting first half with nothing to split the two teams, Spain were able to go ahead in the second half through Dani Olmo. Olmo came in for an injured Pedri and was at the end of a beautiful pass from Lamine Yamal. Germany, who had been excellent in the match, dug deeper and forced some good saves from Unai Simon. The Germans were unlucky as Niklas Füllkrug rattled the bar before Florian Wirtz sent the ball into the net moments before the referee could blow the final whistle. The match went to extra time, but Germany was still as intense. Wirtz almost doubled their lead, but his shot went narrowly wide. They had another chance, but just as it looked like penalties would be the decider between the two sides, substitute Marino headed into the top corner in the 119th minute to send Spain into the semis and eliminate hosts Germany to play France. France have not been playing to expectations since the competition began. It is almost as if France's coach, Didier Deschamps, is in a competition with Gareth Southgate to see who would approach a football game with the most negative mindset. In their match against Portugal, France were far from the devastating team that tore through opponents in the 2022 World Cup. The first half between the two teams wasn't an exciting end-to-end football match as fans would have expected. The two coaches were cautious. Rafael Leão was the most exciting player for Portugal in that first half as Cristiano Ronaldo continued his pursuit of scoring in the Euro 2024. It would be in the second half that Portugal truly threatened with France's goalkeeper having to keep out both Bruno Fernandes and Vitinha from hitting the back of the net. France almost went ahead through Randal Kolo Muani, but Ruben Dias was alive to the threat. Eduardo Camavinga produced a good shot, but his effort flew narrowly wide. The game went to extra time, with Portugal substitute João Felix hitting the side netting, and Nuno Mendes couldn't test France's number one from a great position. The game went to penalties, and France pulled through with Felix's penalty kick, finding the bar instead of the net. France will face Spain without scoring a single open play goal as their forwards have been lackluster, but more on that later. For Spain, they have been flying high and have been full of goals. They believe they can score, but there are some players missing, which I will touch on later. France will also be confident going into the game against Spain, as when it comes to major tournaments, they have been the better of the two sides. The two teams have a rivalry which dates back to the 1920s. They first played against each other in a friendly in 1922, and Spain were victorious. Spain would then go on to reach success first by winning the 1964 Euros. France would also achieve success, and they did it by beating Spain in the final of the 1984 Euros. The two countries would then go on to have a couple of encounters in major tournaments with Spain, unable to find dominance over France. France beat them in both fixtures of the qualifying round of the Euro 1992. They beat Spain 3-1 in Paris and 2-1 in Sevilla. Spain managed to hold France to a draw when they were grouped together in Group B of the 1996 Euro, and France would knock them out in Euro 2000. Spain had their revenge in Euro 2012 when they beat France 2-0 in the knockout stages. France would also show their stuff against Spain by beating them in the 2021 UEFA Nations League final. As you can see, the two have a history between them, and this semi-final display is Spain's chance to break their streak of losses against France in the Euro. It is also France's opportunity to show that they can dominate Spain, who are one of the most successful teams in the Euro. Spain have won the competition 3 times, and France have done so twice. France got close in 2016, but lost to Portugal in the final. For France, this is the opportunity to draw level with their rivals in the Euro. However, as ambitious as France may be, if they want to beat Spain, something has to change in how they approach games. I doubt this will happen, considering it has worked for them so far. Sure, it is not pleasing to watch, but they have results. In the group stages, France have lined up with different formations. Against Austria, they played 4-2-3-1, with Mbappe leaving his familiar role as a winger who cuts inside to play as a striker. France then changed their formation against Poland, Netherlands and Belgium as Deschamps continued to tinker with his formations and squad. Despite the changes in formation, the idea is still the same. Their play is cautious with a defense-first mentality. They are confident in their ability to prevent opponents from scoring with their defender, William Saliba, continuing to show his quality in every game. Apart from their strong defense, France also have hard-working midfielders who are ball winners. Chief among them is N'Golo Kante, who closes down on the opponent's attack and turns it into an opportunity to counter for France. Kante, who at this time plays in the Saudi Pro League, has had a couple of standout performances and has won the Man of the Match award twice so far in the competition to date. He will be key for France against Spain. Kante is usually paired with Rabiot, who missed the match against Portugal due to suspension. Eduardo Camavinga got the nod due to Rabiot's absence, but Rabiot will definitely be playing against Spain, barring any injury. Rabiot adds solidity to the midfield for France, but in terms of attacking quality, he hasn't given much. At least, it was not like Pogba did in the same role in the 2018 World Cup. Rabiot has fewer passes into the final third compared to Pogba in the 2018 World Cup. He has very few passes into the penalty area and also has fewer progressive passes than Pogba. If not for Pogba's ban, usually that role would have been for him with his incredible vision. He would have picked runs from Mbappe and the wingers. Even Mbappe admitted he wasn't making runs because Pogba wasn't playing. He said that with Pogba, he was confident the ball would get to him. Pogba's goal against Croatia in the 2018 final comes to mind. He played a long ball to Mbappe and delivered a cutback that found its way to Pogba, who scored from the edge of the box with a superb shot. Unfortunately, against Spain, there is no Pogba. And as I have said, this is nullifying the France attack. Despite having Kylian Mbappe and the likes of Ousmane Dembele, Kolo Muani and veteran Antoine Griezmann, France's attack have been subpar. There are shots, but there aren't goals. Griezmann has been wasteful, and Mbappe doesn't look so comfortable playing through the middle. There are fewer balls to space for France's wingers, and what's worse, Deschamps doesn't look like he has an idea to improve the attack. So, what will he do? The same thing he has been doing. He'll rely on his defense, break up Spain's passing with his hard-working midfielders, and hit them on the counter. It might be to his advantage that Spain's primary and best attackers in this competition are young and could be frustrated, but will they? Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams have been beyond incredible for Spain. They are the arrowheads of Spain's attacking structure and 4-3-3 formation. Luis de la Fuente hasn't been as experimental with his formation as Deschamps. His formation is the same, and so is his philosophy to the game, which is absolute control. Key to this is possession. But Spain don't just pass around as a means of protecting their defense from pressure. They do it with purpose and direction. Williams and Yamal contribute to this attacking intent. Apart from completing 11 dribbles so far in the competition, Williams has created 9 chances and has had 7 successful crosses into the box. He has also produced an assist and has a Man of the Match award too. Yamal has been equally dangerous for Spain. While he hasn't scored yet, he has produced 3 assists for Spain and has created 14 chances. He is just too good, and with his quick, silky footwork, France have a lot to handle. Yamal has completed 12 dribbles, and one of the reasons he has the confidence to do so is because of the midfield structure behind him. Usually, Spain uses a midfield 3 of Rodri, Fabian Ruiz and Pedri. These 3 are a combination of grit and technique. They can control the ball, and while Rodri sits, Fabian and Pedri are excellent progressors. They are also press-resistant and can get out of a press easily. So, they are an excellent matchup against France's ball-winning midfielders. The only problem is that Pedri has gotten injured and may be a doubt for the semi-final match. The midfielder has had a mixed 23-24 season due to fitness problems, and it doesn't seem he has gotten over it yet. Dani Olmo will stand in for him, but Spain's problems are far from over. Their striker, Morata, has also been suspended, and the same goes for veteran fullback Dani Carvajal, who was sent off in the dying minutes of extra time against Germany. Joselu can come in for Morata, but he is older and has a different style compared to Morata. Morata loves to drop deep and contribute to build-up. but joselu will want to be around the box more. Spain have played 120 minutes of football and have had 3 first-team members taken out for their semi-final match. They will be playing a France squad that is at full strength but has issues with scoring. As usual, Spain will want to control the game, and they have the players for it. They will also use their wingers to cause problems for France. France will be cautious as usual, but despite their attackers who have been underwhelming, Spain will be wary because it only takes a small spark for the likes of Mbappe or Dembele to explode. This matchup is exciting and I am curious to see who will win. My guess is Spain if we go on form, but what do you think? Let me know in the comments and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more exciting football content.